Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Will the Collector Reviews. I'm your host, Will the Collector. Why am I Will the Collector? Well, here you go. I like to collect. I like to collect a lot. You name it, I've probably collected it. Well, I can't exactly back that up. There are plenty of things I don't collect. Hot toys are too pricey for me. The only reason I have anything Mezco is probably because I won it in a raffle at some point in time. But I like to collect a lot of different things. Being a product of the 80s, I like He-Man, I like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, and also Marvel, DC. I like NECA Predators, McFarlane Halo, even though you don't really quit making those a while ago. Spawn figures I've enjoyed. I think we've got a little bit of resurgence going there. But anyways, for this first episode, what I'm going to review for you today is the DC Collectibles Justice League. Now, this was, for the most part, the original cast. I don't think Aquaman was part of that initial cast. I think he was a couple episodes later is when he showed up. But what we have for you is number 1, Batman. Number 2, Martian Manhunter. Green Lantern, John Stewart. Hawkgirl, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, and ending with Superman. I'm not going to do a lot of crazy things with this channel. I'm not going to do a lot of crazy things with my reviews. It's just going to be me talking about my love of toys and why I bought these toys. I'm probably not going to review anything that I'm not going to buy and put on a shelf, because why am I going to do that? But, you know, these are my toys and my reviews. So, anyways, to get started, let's start with number 1 being Batman. I'm going to go ahead and open him up. Always be safe, kids. Cut away from you. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, at least like to show a little bit of the packaging. There he is in a nice window box. You know, white and gray. Got the DC Collectibles. Unfortunately, I do believe that DC Collectibles has shut down, which is very unfortunate. I don't get as many DC figures as I did a long time ago when Mattel had the license. I think, what is it, Spin Masters and McFarlane have the license right now. I've purchased one of the McFarlane figures just because I haven't really liked the scale differences. They look nice, they look good. I like different unique sculpts. You know, you can like a buck system, which, you know, Marvel uses and Mattel used back when they had the license. But, and yeah, I understand that, you know, cost-saving measures and so on and so forth. Uh-oh, got the little clip thing that held him in, and then got those little rubber bands back here. You know, so I got these from Big Bad Toy Store. Probably a little late to this review, just for the fact that I know someone, or quite a few people, probably reviewed these back in, I want to say, December of last year. Oh, I hate the capes. I hate how they put capes back there. I get it, but, you know, better than a, you know, wrinkled mess once you get them out. Now, I will tell you this, my favorite character is, and will always be, the Batman. Now, these are going to be straight out of the box, the majority of them, so if something snaps, you'll just hear me cry and probably, you know, turn off the camera, pause it until I figured something else out or moved on to another figure. DC Collectibles. I've liked DC Collectibles, what I've picked up from them. You know, some are hit or miss. These are very stylized in that, you know, oh man, there's some, is that some paint? Is that paint transfer? I don't know. I have to see. To work on the lighting a little bit. That's not that bad. Probably something I could touch up. That's one thing I wish that manufacturers and maybe the, you know, little independent toy makers could do. Put the kind of paint, or if there's a paint, I don't know if there's a paint number or something, to where you can either match or get as close to match. Oh, this is, you know, with DC Collectibles, it's like hit or miss on whether or not that articulation is going to snap on you. So this is a little nerve-wracking. but, you know, articulation's not bad. I mean, it is what it is for this line of figures. You know, these guys and gals were drawn with super thin, small ankles. Very, you know, Rob Liefeld, in my opinion. But less pouches, obviously. Batman seems pretty good here. I didn't like how the cow comes up here like this. You know, here's one of the other Batmans that I have. This was done after the first iteration of Batman the Animated Series. There was a Batman, New Adventures Batman, which is a little bit more closer to this. I think a lot of the Justice League Unlimited was based off of that very barrel-chested body style. He's got a little tension there on the arm there. So I got to be careful not to snap something, because that will just be heartbreaking. Oh, at least there's some up and down movement on the head there. All in all, not bad. Nice square jaw. Nice look. The cape's, you know, the way the cape comes down here, that's going to restrict your movements. You know, especially if you, I mean, if you got some detents, like that's got some detent in it to where it kind of clicks over there, and you can hold something if you swap out with like his grapple gun there or something to that effect. That's the other thing about this series. There's no accessories whatsoever, which is unfortunate. You know, I liked the stands that they were putting out with some of these figures, which was nice. Would have liked to have seen more of that with some of the other characters that I didn't have before. I'm going to open the rest of these up off camera instead of seeing you. And Batman, there we go. There's Martian Manhunter, John Jones himself. Ooh. Those ankles look a little dodgy. You know, I kind of wish he'd come with a stand. You know, I just imagined him. He was hovering all the time. I liked how they made him like, you know, the central hub of the league, I would say. You know, the guy who pointed everybody in the directions they needed to go and knew how to, you know, strategize. He was, you know, I didn't know much about Martian Manhunter. I remember as a kid, I want to say that there was the Super Friends figures, the Superpowers collection, which, you know, made a lot of us very nostalgic for this line, this wave. You know, speaking of that cartoon, I really loved the throwback for the characters that they created specifically for the Super Friends, which was what, Samurai, Black Vulcan, Apache Chief, the Wonder Twins. What am I forgetting? Oh, and El Dorado. You know, about the characters, the government-run, cloned superheroes that I think, what was it, Amanda Waller had created. I would have liked to seen those guys in actual plastic form, to have homages of the characters that they created specifically for the show. I thought that was pretty neat. But there's old John Jones. Let me see if I can grab a flight stand. I've got plenty of stuff around here. Be careful not to scrape. Yeah, that's not gonna work well. I don't know. Maybe I can see if I can find something that will just directly come up behind that cape rather than pinch that cape closed, because that probably wouldn't look that good. Well, there he is, Martian Manhunter. I like him. I can dig it. We got a 3-pack with, I think it was Hal. Trying to think who gave Hal his ring. Ibn Sur, I think was his name. I was going to say Eb Subanur, but I think that's Apocalypse. You know, that's not bad. I don't know. There's something off about that head sculpt. He doesn't quite look like the show. But then again, I wouldn't have minded probably the bald look with the goatee. I kind of like that. It wasn't that bad. He's got the ring right there. It's good. It'd been really good to get a, you know, just a nice construct to go with this. You know, something that animated style. That's that. I think that's the main thing I would say is against. Oh, he's got the green eyes too. If you can see that, that was very well done. You know, maybe, I don't know. I guess his face is too long for me. I would have preferred, I think he had more of a square jaw, you know, which was not bad. Not bad. I've always liked this Green Lantern look. I've always liked the look of these suits, you know, with the black and the green. You know, not much different. You know, here's my, I'll go grab my primary John Stewart off my Green Lantern Corps shelf. Or again, that's a DC Collectibles figure. Oh, that arm's, oh. That would suck if this thing snapped right now. Oh, wow, okay. See, just, you know, like that look. Not too, you know, not too many thrills or spills, just black, green. Like I said, he's got a square jaw. I like how they whited his eyes out on this one. But again, you know, they definitely, like, hey, he's definitely has the power of Green Lantern because they made his eyes green. Yeah, I don't know if his character was that way originally. That's just a little comparison, as most of my Green Lanterns are aiming skyward. On my DC shelf. He's a good looking figure, you know, barrel chested, skinny legs, you know. Very much liked that look. Like that presence. Again, like most of these, well, not many of them. I mean, Batman's going to need some batarangs, some different hands, maybe. You know, I would like some constructs with him. That would have been cool. Definitely, again, more in that animated style. See, they put a little bit of saran wrap around there or something. I'll try and yank that off. I understand it's not like they used real hair, but I guess the way she was sitting back there. I wonder Wonder Woman. I don't think Wonder Woman's got the same thing. She got different hair. Let's go. Wow. That's like a goo. I have to clean that off. Apparently, my SD card got a little full, so I'm gonna have to go through and probably delete some stuff. Does she have waist articulation? Let's see here. Oh, that's good. I don't think so. If she does, somebody please go ahead and comment. I can't guarantee or promise I'll read comments because I know people could be nasty about things, but I will give it a college try. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to come back and hopefully have these wings attached. Be right back. And we're back. Would you look at that? Just a little bit of heat from my wife's hairdryer. I'm bald, so, but I do own a hairdryer just for these purposes. But a little bit of heat, again, right on the back. Shouldn't need to put them on these because you don't want these to bend and flex because then they might pop off or something like that. But then they just pop right in and there you go. So, I do have to apologize for some odd reason, as many comparisons I might do, as soon as I get her to stand. I did not bring in the Mattel representations of these figures, which kind of helps you, you know, gives you a little bit of look at the difference, what they might have been based off of. If they have trouble standing, is because that was the general thing of most of these figures, that they didn't stand that well. They initially only had what, 1, 2, 3, 5 points of articulation. Some of these later waves, they started putting in knee articulation and elbow articulation. Like I said, here's my preferred look for John Stewart. Is that bald look with a goatee. Might just have him lean up against John there. But with Hawk Girl, there she is. And, you know, not too bad. Not a bad look. Oh, I think I need to do some touch-ups. Unfortunately, a lot of my JLU figures have been sitting in a bin. Been doing some tinkering, some shelf moving, and stuff like that. So, I gotta do some touch-ups there. But she's got a mace. I don't know if that mace will work for me. I don't want to take that mace from her. But I do have somebody else's mace. I don't think this one will work for her either. Yeah, I don't want to put that big mace in her hand. I'll figure something out. I'll see if I can't find a... Maybe somebody on Shapeways will have made a mace or designed one to go with her. I don't know. That's probably Hawkman's. So we'll go ahead and put her back there. Again, missing a mace accessory. And again, I would have liked these stands. I did like these stands. I liked how they looked. I like how, you know, they did the turnaround. Makes me think of that old George, was it Perez, maybe, I think it was, artwork he did of like everybody back in the 80s. I think, you know, DC and Marvel both. Let's bring in old Wonder Woman. Oh, they did saran wrap her hair too. Look at that. I don't think they would, but they did. Oh, wow, look at that thin. Oh, that thin joint right there. Oh, that makes me nervous. That makes me so nervous. Oh, man. Yeah, these are definitely more of a solid figure. Like I said, I got plenty of Marvel Legends, plenty of Hasbro product. Oh, those thin ankle joints. Scaring the snot out of me right now. But I never liked high heels on a lot of the figures. Just because you can't stand that well with them. There we go, that pulls right off. I wonder what, you know, it's a very soft hair sculpt they have there. Very nice. Oh, such a gorgeous figure though. I mean, she is beautiful. Beautiful face. Makeup looks good. If I'm not showing these off too well, this first video is going to be not that great, and I'll try to work on it with further reviews as my friend and editor tell me, hey, schmucko, stop doing this. You know. Oh, but look, she can kick the snot out of anybody. Oh, that's going to be like a 7-foot range right there. Good Lord. But again, no lasso. Well, I mean, what's a Wonder Woman without a lasso? I think I might have a spare lasso here somewhere. Where is it? I'm looking over here at my stuff. I think I've got a spare lasso somewhere. I'll put it in her hands. Because again, it's, you know, it's her lasso of truth. Why don't you have it? You know, yeah, she might have not used it in every episode, but by God, it's you know, Batman in a Batarang. You know, it just goes together. Here is her Mattel counterpart. You know, pretty much the same. She actually has a figure stand. Which again, though, I mean, look how thin those ankles are. I mean, they're just rubbery. So I'm gonna go through and heat everybody back up, get them standing upright, cool them, see if I can get them standing just a little bit backward, because they will fall over forward quicker than anything else. But there is Wonder Woman. Very nice figure. Yeah. And here comes Aquaman. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Let me take that. Unwrap his hair there. I guess I just didn't want paint wearing off. Ugh. He's got 2 regular hands, and the figure's got a hook hand, which I don't mind the hook hand. I don't mind the hook hand for how to look. You know, on my regular Mattel shelf, he's got 2 hands, 2 normal hands. More the classic looking Aquaman, because that's how I fell in love with Aquaman as a kid, was more of that Super Friends version of Aquaman. You know, as many people give him grief as being a kind of a lame character, you know, I felt like he really kind of stepped out and was more of a, you know, no nonsense, you know, king as they made him in this cartoon. I liked him in Batman Brave and the Bold. I just thought he's a hilarious jokester. You know, that guy that would drink a, you know, gallon of ale and fight and stuff like that. See, look at that. I mean, come on. I mean, granted, you get this look with it. I get it, you know, but they can't even figure out how to get certain other characters and certain other lines and certain other companies to, you know, at least do certain poses of crawling up walls or something like that. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. Oh, good Lord. That ankle. Oh. 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 Dang. That's scary every single time. But that's the price you pay with buying from certain lines. You know, I've been fortunate, knock on wood. My mishaps have been few and far between. Or the ones that they were mishaps, the company was good enough to take care of its collectors and either replace or send you another part, which is always nice. But look at him. He's pretty barrel-chested, long hair. You know, I would have liked to have an alternate hand. That would have been good to throw in there. Again, accessoryless. His trident, a trident, a gripping hand, and not the hook hand. You know, just for the option. You know, I don't care that he doesn't have the cape like his Mattel counterpart does. And this one's got the sculpted on necklace and everything, but he's got 2 regular hands. I think he came in a 3-pack. I think so. I don't know. I still like that green leggings, orangish shirt look. I mean, that look doesn't bother me. If that's not your look, hey, that's cool. I totally get it. You know, like I said, I've liked this version. You see, that's what I'm talking about. I can't put these all over the bat cave and them falling over. But he just, wow, he just looks like he walked right off the screen. Maybe need to do different camera angles. Too many shadows picking up. I'll probably do different lighting next time. You know, but then again, this is my collecting room. I'm not going to do a whole lot of differences because this is where everything ends up for me. It's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely not upset that I got these. Waited a while. Good Lord. I think I pre-ordered them, shoot, last summer, I want to say. You know, I really like this line. I was really hopeful. This line, I think there was a Joker, well, maybe not this, but I mean the Batman animated line, which this is probably the reason why we even have these right here. I think it could have continued. You know, just some more likenesses, some different characters. You know, villains. Oh, good Lord, give me some more villains. You know, give me a Luthor. Or Luthor, however you want to say it. You know, I would have preferred more options. All right. Ooh, on to the Flash. And before anybody starts wondering, all these packages are going to go right in the trash. I don't save any packaging unless it's got a bio on it. Oh, there. Good Lord. Good Lord. Fingers crossed. Oh, good Lord. Every time. I don't keep packaging unless it's got a good bio on it. And these, they just have a bio about DC Collectibles. DC Collectibles is the award-winning line of collectible directly from the source, DC Entertainment. The collection includes limited edition statues, action figures, props, replicas, and busts inspired by DC's iconic characters and stories. Based on unparalleled access to the source material, DC Collectibles delivers master designs and exceptional workmanship for nearly 20 years. DC Collectibles' commitment to quality and authenticity has been recognized by DC fans worldwide. That is true. I mean, they, again, it's all, for me, it was about size for the most part. If, you know, they fit what I was looking for as far as like the characters go. Sometimes that was hit or miss. You know, sometime like, I think it was their Icons line. I was so wanting that because it's like, oh, right, there you go. Finally, they're answering to Marvel Legends. And then they were so short. Oh, that knee, oh, wow. That knee's not even cut back there, is it? Oh man, look at that. It's either not cut, like this one is. Probably help if I actually looked at the camera. You see how that cut is right there, where my thumb's at. This one, it looks like there's a cut. That is really hard to see. Yeah, right there. Oh, you know, I'm not even gonna mess with that right now. I'm gonna mess with it later. Because I gotta be honest, I mean, a lot of my stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna put him in a running pose. One, I don't have a treadmill. If you get that reference, thank the Lord. But I mean, he might be in like a static. Can I even get him in a running pose? Yeah, because I can't get that front foot up that much. I mean, he might balance like this. You know what would also help? A figure stand. Yep. You know, that would probably be the most I'd put him in. Let's see, does his head move up that much? That's a good looking figure. I like him. I like him a lot. I liked, who was it? Michael Rosenbaum voiced him in the animated series. You know, oh, okay. Ooh. Please tell me that goes back on. Okay, it goes back on. Oh, I was going to be like, oh my God, you're going to see him. You're going to hear a grown man cry. I like him. I like just look. I mean, he's, you know, slender and fit looking. Man, that back of that knee. Maybe I can scrape some of that out. Maybe that was... That is weird. I mean, right there, you see, you can clearly see there's a difference that one. Maybe they didn't get away all the paint on that one. I don't know. I'll mess with it. Maybe hit it with a hairdryer, it'll soften it up and it'll just break free. I'll try that. If not, the next time you see my videos, you'll just have a broken down Flash holding one leg. That'll be awkward. Yeah. Clip broke. I guess how they wanted to do it is, you know, starting out with Batman, finishing it with Soups. It's not a bad way to end it. All right, let's look at Big Blue here. Good night. I'm really glad they sculpted this S logo in here rather than just printing it. That would not have been favorable. Well, I mean, they can do it. I mean, a lot with the face printing. I mean, even just the face they have on him right here. I mean, you know, you got little eyes, got trim for the mouth, so on and so forth. Not bad, not bad. You know, fortunately, not a lot of bleed over in most of these characters. Martian's got, they didn't quite get his straps right there. You see a little bit of green that they didn't get. It's no big deal. Not gonna hurt my feelings that much. I'm not a customizer. I don't do much on paint. Ankles are free. That's good. Not bad. Knees are pretty. Uh-oh. Another problem back here. Nope. Oh, all right, that's good. That's good. Again, accessorize with him. You know, maybe a chunk of kryptonite. Oh. I would have preferred maybe some more, you know, ankle, or, you know, maybe an ankle rocker on some of these characters. Because they will just, without a stand, if you're not going to put an ankle rocker in them to where you can adjust them to where they can stand better, without a figure stand, I mean, they're going to topple. And the majority of this set, this series, they're barrel-chested figures. You know, minus the ladies. But they're barrel-chested. So, I mean, they're gonna topple quicker than anything else. But there he is with his Mattel counterpart. You know, you get the feel from him. You know, this one's a little bit darker. This one's a little lighter. I'm good with that. You know, I feel like this is more comic book coloring for my taste, which I dig it. Let's see. Oh, breaking the waist. There we go. You know, I like this style. I like this look. Very, you know, very Chris Reeves Superman. You know, very Superman of the, you know, the shorts on the outside with the belt, which, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but that's the way they drew him, you know, and that's how you fell in love with him. I mean, like a lot of these things, like a lot of these lines, it's how you fell in love with them. That's how you're going to like them. You know, sometimes they change, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. You know, a lot of these characters have gone through many revisions. Again, some for the better, some for the worse. Some they moved back to the way they were. Some they didn't. And I thought I'd bring in a villain, you know, just to really size with everybody else. I should have been bringing him more in with him. This is one of my favorites. I love this look for this Mr. Freeze. Was very happy that they put him in plastic form. They did the New Adventures version first. But for me, that's money right there. That version of Mr. Freeze. I hope that with the, you know, this new Batman movie that they're doing, that Matt Reeves is not opposed to doing more, you know, like supernatural type, or, you know, maybe dispel and disbelief. You know, I love DC. I've loved DC. I would, if I broke it down, I'm a DC guy. I love Marvel. I love a lot of stuff. But I will say this, that DC wanting to ground everything in reality, I'm like, you're still talking about aliens. You're still talking about, you know, Atlantean kings. You're still talking about a guy who got struck by lightning standing in front of a bunch of chemicals. And, you know, you're still talking about a, you know, space police force, Martian Manhunter, you know, Thanagarians, aliens, gods, and, you know, a billionaire that, you know, pushed himself to physical and mental limits to be the world's greatest detective. I mean, so, you know, this whole, you know, like in Man of Steel, they put an IHOP in there. Okay, cool. Hey, that puts it in reality. You're still talking about a movie about an extraterrestrial that looks human, that has superpowers. So this, you know, we're not going to, you know, I think that was Nolan's thing. The reason why he wasn't going to do certain characters is because they weren't realistic. Well, okay, I get that. You also had a guy who had an exposed skull over half of his face and was still walking around talking normally. I'm just saying, you know, give me a good Mr. Freeze. Give me a, you know, let's make up for Arnold and his representation, even though it was, you know, it was what it was at the time. I still think we could do better. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up because this video has gone on quite a while. And hopefully not too boring. I will ramble. But it is my rambling and my love for toys. So, this has been Will the Collector, and this is the Justice League from DC Collectibles.